Who am I and what motivates me? I am Rosemary Cummings, and one of the things that motivates me the most is my love for my family, my desire to be with them for eternity, and my desire to help them. In my life, I have to ask myself two questions. Am I awake in my life, or am I asleep in my life? I call being asleep in my life as just existing, not really living. And I call being awake in my life really living. Maxine Green said that a sense of wide awakeness helps students or others to realize their deep connection to and responsibility for not only their own individual experience, but also other human beings who share this world. This is an existentialist philosophy that is centered on the individual existence and personal responsibility for the acts. So my question is, are you living your life wide awake? This is not a yes or no question for me. There are areas in my life where I am wide awake, really living, and other areas where I need to work about it. I need to work on it. I am just kind of keeping up with the status quo. So one of the things that causes me to not be wide awake in my life, or to just exist, is fear or depression. And there are times where I have allowed them to control my life. In General Conference in 1981, there was a conference talk that said, "When ye are prepared, ye need not fear." And it talks about what you can do to be prepared, and so that you don't need to fear, so that you can really live. And fear can lead to depression. And that downward spiral can take you from living to just existing. So, how do you become wide awake in your life? What can you do? Well, one of the first steps is follow the gospel commandments. If you live the commandments, that is a great step towards really living instead of just existing. Another step that you can take is to do something outside your comfort zone. And since we are all different individuals, what might be comfort for you and an easy thing might be incredibly difficult for me or someone else. So you take something that is difficult for you and maybe do it for yourself, maybe do it for others. Doing something for someone else is a great way to learn that you can do something to overcome a fear, or to just do a little growth on your side of your life. Or something else that you can do is take something you do well and do it for someone else, because then you're adding a real good block to your foundation of your life. Your challenge is to live. And while you live, learn, and then share what you have learned. Elder Holland gave a talk called Like a Broken Vessel, and he talks about the seriousness of depression and to give help. So if depression is keeping you from living and keeping you from being wide awake in your life, get help. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing shameful about it. If you know someone who needs the help, be willing to give it. Be compassionate in how you deal with it. Because as a new mother may know, or someone who has lost someone may know, depression can come. Is it something that you want to keep around? No. But it is something that you can get help for and you can work with. And so my encouragement for you is to go and do something today, something that will help you or someone else, but go and live. Thank you.